Yo, what's up, guys? So if you did not know, I have this very insane, very glitchy two-way playmaker on current gen. Now it gets 8 finishing badges, 11 shooting badges, a whole 21 playmaking, and 19 defense. That adds up to, I think, 59 or 60 badges, and that's on current gen. And I'm 6'5", I get a 99 steal, I get an 88 ball control, I get contact dunks, and still a 68 three-pointer, which is just enough. And he is also 6'5" with max wingspan. Now I've tried to make this build on next gen, and I believe I have succeeded, and I've outdone myself. I've made it even better. This is my brand new two-way three-point playmaker. Yes, it's just like my two-way playmaker on current gen, but it shoots threes so much better. It gets so many more shooting badges, and it can do absolutely everything else. As you can see, I can shoot like crazy. I can do everything. Now, this is the first game I ever played on my new player. I'm playing a level 40 skeleton immediately in my first game. Now, on next gen this season, I'm only a level 9. My player is an 89 overall, and I only have my badges from the rebirth. So I have nothing upgraded past silver or gold, I believe. Some things on bronze. Now, I have not played many games with this player. I've only played a few games, but as you can see, I'm still moving. I'm still rim running. I only upgraded my dunk so far to a 70. This player, it gets it to a 75. I just want to show you guys that it could still rim run and mash like crazy. We all know this build could shoot. It gets a very high three-pointer. It gets like 30 shooting badges. It could shoot like crazy, but I have not upgraded anything, and my player still dunks extremely well for having a 70 dunk. As you can see, green bean, the first jump shot. And I don't have any shooting badges. I wish I got to use this build some more, but so far I am loving it. As you can see, he still gets good speed boost only with gold quick first step. He gets good animations. I'm 10 for 10 right now. But on current gen, I only get a 68 three-pointer on this same build. On next gen, I get over an 88, which is plus 20 on the three-pointer, and it's basically the same everything else. Now, the first game I ever used him on the twos, I went 11 for 11 versus a level 40 Skelly Sweat, bro. Yes, I rim ran most of the game with it, but that's the point. It's the most broken twos build ever. Everyone's gonna be using these tiny little guards on twos, so you can use this big player and destroy them. Now, before we get into it, drop a like on the video. Let's try to get 2,000 likes. Let me know if you guys have made my two-way playmaker on current gen. Let me know if you're gonna make this build on next gen. And also, if you are wearing socks right now, you have to like the video. And even if you're not wearing socks, you should like the video just because you f with me, man. All right, so we're gonna go with righty. Bro, sometimes I make lefty players, sometimes I make righty players. I don't know what's good with me. I'm just weird, bro. So you do want to make it a point guard. Now, before we get into this, you do want to go to your features in the main menu. Then you want to go to settings, and then what you want to do is you want to turn the units of measurement to the metric system. It should say the imperial system on your screen if you've never changed it. Now you want to change it to the metric system. That makes it so you get an extra inch on your player when you're making him. So if you make a 6'5" player, you're technically a 6'5" player with 6'4" stats. You get what I'm saying? Now, I have so many builds made on next gen. I have an offensive threat, a three-point playmaker, two-way three-point playmakers, I think 3 play shots right here, a perimeter lock, and then I have my center build. So we're making that 10th player. Yeah, I have a little bit too many yellow mohawk haired men here. Now, we do have the rebirth. If you guys don't have the rebirth, I feel sorry for you. Go do that quest. Go get it done. So it does give me a total of 30 badges right away when I make my player. So like I said, you want to make it a point guard. You want to make him righty. Now, this is where it shows the units of measurement with decimals. So you want to make it 1.94. Now, 1.93, that is 6'4". Now, if you go up from 1.93 to 1.94, you see how nothing changes? We're going to turn the weight all the way down, and then we're going to put the wingspan up 2 ticks from the middle so that you still get an 88 three-pointer. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because you want 88 3 so that you can get gold blinders. I don't care about all the other stats. We're not even upgrading that all the way. So if I were to do max wingspan, it really wouldn't matter for like defensive stats. It's just for the literal max wingspan. So you can go max wingspan and then go down 1, 2, 3, 4 ticks from max, which is 2 above the middle. which is still good. It's still a good wingspan. But look at this. At 1.93 to 1.94 and even 1.95 for the height, nothing changes. Nothing changes at all. Now you guys might be asking me, should I go with 1.95 or 1.94? Now in this video, for some reason I went with 1.95, but trust me, listen to me guys, you want to go with 1.94, and I'm gonna show you why in this entire video. For some reason, if you go with 1.95, you get 2 less defensive badges than if you were to go with 1.94 with the same exact stats that you put on. So you guys are going to see me select 1.95, but you want to select 1.94. You will still technically be 6'5", but it'll say you're 6'4", and you get 2 more defensive badges. And then for the body shape, you want to go with slight. I go with slight on all of my guard builds. So we're going to start with the shooting and the playmaking, the 2 most important things. Now remember, since we are a rebirth, we do get 5 extra badges. Now I do recommend you put those extra rebirth badges on shooting. Now if we put our 3-pointer up all the way to an 88, where you do get gold blinders, you need an 88 midi or an 88 3. Now we don't want an 88 3. It would give you a ton of badges. We're still going to get 30 shooting badges because I'm putting 5 extra on my shooting. And no badges really increase besides difficult shots and set shooter if you have a higher midi. And with this big build, we're only going to be really taking 3-pointers and dunks. We'll take some midis, but a 73 midi with boost and all these badges is still good enough to make midis very consistently. So you'll have 30 shooting badges when you're done with all this. Now let's do the playmaking next. You're going to want to put the ball handle up all the way and then down 1 tick. It doesn't really matter whether it's an 88 or 89. The only badge that's affected is Hall of Fame Stop and Go, and I don't even use Stop and Go, so it does not matter to me. You could put it down to 87 and then you'd have extra badge points. You don't want to go any lower, then you lose your gold unpluckable, and we need gold unpluckable. You definitely need gold unpluckable, man. But I went with an 88 ball handle so that I get Hall of Fame tight handles. Then for speed with ball, you definitely want that as high as possible. You could maybe go with a 90 if you want some more badges on something else. I recommend the highest speed with ball, the highest speed, the highest acceleration possible so that you're moving as fast as you want on this big player. Then for pass accuracy, there's 2 options you guys could go with. You could go with a 97 and you can get Hall of Fame bullet passer, or you can go with an 85 and still get gold bullet passer and still get 30 playmaking. Now I went with an 85 pass accuracy. Now this gives you 30 playmaking badges, and then I'm gonna have my +5 for my rebirth on my shooting. After I go to the NBA, I will have 30 shooting and 30 playmaking, which is very good. And you still get gold blinders, you still get some Hall of Fame and some gold shooting and playmaking badges. Now let's do the finishing next. So for finishing, it already put my close shot up to a 43. There's nothing you can do about that. That's from your midi. Your midi brings up your close shot. So for driving dunk, you do need an 84 if you want to get contact dunks. So if you put it up to an 84, you get 13 finishing. But we can't do that because then we'd be missing out on a lot of defense. So we're only gonna put our driving dunk up to a 75. But then if you put your layup up 1 more, you get 1 extra finishing badge. Now, if you were to put your driving dunk up another tick, also you get another finishing badge as well. But this does take a lot of overall. And as you can see, I only need limitless takeoff silver, which is 3. Slithery on silver maybe, that's another 3, so that's 6. And posterizer bronze, that's 7. And then unstrippable on bronze, which is 8. If I got 9, I couldn't even put this silver. I would need 10 finishing. And then Pro Touch is a bad badge, actually. And then I don't need to put back Boss or Teardropper. So we only need 8 finishing. And also, if you do want the front clutches dunk package, you need a 70 driving dunk and a 40 vertical. Now, for some reason, it put my vertical all the way up to a 65. I'm going to turn that all the way down to a 55. If you want a 75 driving dunk, it puts your vertical to a 55, which is good enough, man. That's all you need. You could have an even lower vertical and still dunk like that. So this is honestly perfect for finishing. You're going to be so much taller than everyone if you're using this build on the 2s. Most of the time, it's going to be those little 5'10" guards guarding you, and you'll be able to finish every single time. Let's do the physicals next before we do the defense. We're gonna put the speed. You get a 94 speed. You can get a 94 speed, but speed takes a lot of your overall. So we're gonna put it at 92 and then put the acceleration at a 91, and then we're gonna put the stamina to a 95. 95 stamina is perfect. That's all you need. Remember, guys, you get the Gym Rat +4. It doesn't show, but I think it still gives you like a little +4 on everything. It just doesn't show whenever you look at your stats. So on current gen, for your block, you do not need to upgrade your block on current gen, but this is next gen. You don't get Chase Down Artist unless you upgrade your block. So we need to put our block all the way up to a 65. You need it up to a 65 if you want Silver Intimidator and if you want Bronze Chase Down. So you at least need to put your perimeter defense to an 85 so that you get gold clamps. And then if you put it up one more, you get Menace on gold as well. So we're going to put our defense up to an 86. So this is what I was talking about, guys. You want to put your steal to a 96 so that you can get Hall of Fame Pickpocket, Hall of Fame Interceptor, all of that good stuff. But if you go with 1.95, you only get 20 defensive badges. Now, this is why I said go with 1.94 instead of 1.95. It's just a third of an inch, and it doesn't even literally change your player's height at all. But you want to go with a 96 steal, and as you can see, it gives me 2 more defensive badges. For some odd reason, nothing else changes, just 2 more defensive badges for going 1.94. These are the exact same defensive stats I did when I did 1.95. And you get 2 extra defensive badges for going down 0.01 on your height. I don't know why that's a thing, but it is. You get 20 defense without upgrading your block like this, but if you put your block up to a 66, you have 86 perimeter D to get gold clamps and gold menace, 96 steal, so you get Hall of Fame Pickpocket, Hall of Fame Interceptor, and even Hall of Fame Hustler, and then a 66 block so that you get Silver Intimidator, Bronze Chase Down, and Silver Pogo. Now, I don't know why if you make a 1.94, you get 2 extra defensive badges compared to going 1.95 where you get 20 defensive badges instead of 22. I don't know why that's a thing, but it is, and I'm glad that I figured that out right now to show you guys. So then we do have 3 extra upgrades. We're gonna put that on free throw because we cannot put it on anything else, sadly. The free throw does not matter. This build is mainly for 2s because if I play 3s, I will use my tiny little 5'8" man. If you guys want to make my 5'8" point guard build, the link to that is in the description down below. But 1.94, that is 6'4". 1.93 is 6'4", so 1.94 is a little bit higher than 6'4". So it might technically make you 6'5" with 6'4" stats, but it'll say you're 6'4". Now for a takeover, you get the shot creator, the sharp, the playmaking, and even the lock takeovers. I did not make this build for lock take, sadly. I made this build to go absolutely bananas on the 2s court because my 5'8" guard is too little, and when people play me on the 2s court, they just bully me. Regardless of what they are, they'll just bring these massive like 6'5", 6'7", even centers on me, bro, and they'll just back me down the entire time. They'll just attack me and bully me. And I think they did nerf steals a little bit, sadly, so I can't just spam absolutely everyone. I gotta get bump steals. So this is why we're making this very large horseman to run the 2s court. So I'm gonna be very toxic and put on double ankle breaking shots. Now you see the little exclamation mark next to takeovers. It says doubling up will give you twice the impact of the selected ability when both are activated. So when I have double ankle breaker on, I will get ankle breakers for sure. Now, I personally don't think sharp take would be that necessary for this build. Yeah, it of course will help you shoot from extremely deep, and I didn't make this build for lock take either, but I'm going to be extremely toxic with 2 ankle breaker takeovers and get a ton of ankle breakers. And there it is, the 2-way 3-point playmaker, the more souped better version of my build on current gen, except it gets double the defense, a little more playmaking, triple the shooting badges, and a little less finishing, but still it dunks like crazy. You can shoot so much better. It has a 20 higher 3-pointer and so many more shooting badges. This build is going to be insane. Now, to get your extra 5 badges for going to the NBA, you have to talk to Ricky. You have to complete all of these quests, like talk to all these people, and then you get your +5 shooting badges. I'm going to show you guys real quick. If I go to progression and then I go to badges, it does give me the option to put my 5 shooting badges on right now. But if I put them on shooting or anything else, it's going to tell me that I have to go to the NBA real quick. As you can see, it said I must be on an NBA team. So you just talk to Ricky, you go talk to all the people, you go to the NBA, and then bow, you can get your 5 shooting badges. Now this right here is the two-way 3-point playmaker that I use, and as you guys can see, I am a 90 overall. Now I do get all of my rebirth badges. I have my 8 out of 8 finishing, and I have 30 shooting unlocked. You can get 30 shooting because I went to the NBA, I talked to Ricky, I did all of that good stuff. Now I currently have 13 shooting because I got my 8, and then I got another 5 for going to the NBA. Then I have my 8 out of 30 playmaking right now, and then 7 out of 22 defense. So I will get 30 playmaking, 30 shooting, 22 defense, and then 8 on my finishing. Now this build will be an absolute menace when it's fully maxed out. You get a 91 speed with ball, 92 speed, 91 acceleration. You got an 88 3-pointer, a 96 steal, Hall of Fame pickpocket, gold blinders, a bunch of shooting badges, a bunch of playmaking badges. You can still get Hall of Fame tight handles to stun everyone. And let me show you guys something real quick. Now with a 75 driving dunk, you can get the front clutches off too and the side clutches off too. These are 2 extremely good dunk packages, and on current gen, it's the only dunk package I use. Now this dunk package right here as well, athletic one-handers off too. It's very good. Also, my player does it a lot on current gen. You get that as well. Also, all of these park dunks with a lock on it, like these under the leg 360s, you can unlock all of these. I just need to upgrade my player's driving dunk to a 70 and my vertical to a 40. Now I get a 75 driving dunk and a 55 vertical, so I'm straight. And then also for the 1 foot moving dunks, the front clutches, this is the good front clutches animation. You need a 45 vertical and a 70 driving dunk. And like I said, I get 75 and 55, so we're chilling. So I'm going to show you guys the best badges for this build. Now remember, we get 8 finishing. It says 25 shooting, but I'm going to put my +5 on shooting. So you're going to have an extra 5 shooting badges. And then 30 playmaking and 22 defense. So I'm going to try to go through this as quick as possible for you guys, save you guys some time. You want to put limitless takeoff on silver, unstrippable bronze, slithery finisher on silver, and then posterizer on bronze. Now we only got 8 finishing. If you were to go with 9, you wouldn't have even been able to put unstrippable on silver. That's why we went with 8, because we would have needed 10 to put that on silver. And we don't need pro touch, teardropper, lob city, or putback bust. So this is perfect for your finishing badges because you still get limitless takeoff on silver. You could jump from really far, and then you get your posterizer bronze. So for shooting, you are going to want to put blinders on gold so that you can shoot all the Krabby Patties in the world and not get contested at all, and they will all go in. Then for Deadeye and Green Machine, you're gonna want to put both of these on silver. Set Shooter, we don't use that. Lucky number 7, it's a pretty good badge, but we're not gonna use that either. We're gonna put Stop and Pop on gold. Now Stop and Pop, it raises your rating when you shoot 3s while dribbling. So if you're ISOer, if you're a guard using screens, anything, if you're a guard, you want Stop and Pop very high. Then Hot Zone Hunter, gold is very similar to Hall of Fame, and silver is very similar to bronze. Everyone in the world should have hot spots. You're going to want to put that on gold. It's going to give you a big boost. Now that leaves 7 more. We're going to put Sniper on Hall of Fame because Sniper is the most broken badge in the world, and then that leaves us with 1 bronze badge. Now Chef is a good badge. They fixed Chef, but we're going to put it on Corner Specialist. Now what's glitchy about this? If you're an ISOer like me, you can run to the corner and shoot fadeaways. Fadeaways are very broken on next gen. Now, if you have bronze corner, it'll help you shoot in the corner a little bit more so you can shoot those fadeaways consistently. The higher you have corner, the more broken it'll be. So this is a very good layout, to be honest, for a 2-way 3-point playmaker. You get Hall of Fame Sniper, you get gold Hot Zone Hunter, gold blinders, and gold Stop and Pop. And then you still have silver Green Machine and silver Deadeye. But guess what, guys? You still get +5 on your shooting. You could do Mismatch Expert on gold, Volume Shooter on gold, and then maybe make Corner Specialist silver. Or you could just put Green Machine on gold, Deadeye on gold, and then you could do Silver Corner. There's a lot of stuff you could do, but yes, you get 5 extra shooting. I recommend Mismatch Expert, Deadeye, or Green Machine for the rest. So for playmaking, I personally recommend going for Ankle Breaker on gold because I put the Ankle Breaker takeover twice. Now, if you have that combined with gold Ankle Breaker, you will get a ton of ankle breakers. Then you need gold Bullet Passer to throw the most fastest dots in the world because we don't get a Hall of Fame. You need a gold. Quick Chain on gold is also very good. Then we want Bailout on silver. That's the highest we get it. We don't need Bailout any higher though. This is perfect. Then gold Quick First Step, gold Unpluckable, and Hall of Fame tight handles. Hall of Fame tight handles stuns your defender so much, so they'll literally be frozen for like half a second and you'll have a chance to get wide open. Then for defense, of course, you're gonna need clamps on gold, Interceptor Hall of Fame, Intimidator Silver, Pickpocket on Hall of Fame, Chase Down Artist on Bronze. You need Chase Down Artist or else you will not get blocks. And then that leaves us with 2 more badge points. So what you could do is either you could turn Interceptor down to gold and then you have 4 badge points, and then you could either use Menace or Hustler. You could do Silver Menace with Bronze Hustler, or you could put your Interceptor back to Hall of Fame and then mess around with these badges. But this right here is what I'm gonna rock with. I don't think Ball Stripper is that necessary, especially after they nerf steals. Plus I really won't be in the paint that much, but this is what I'm rocking with. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy my beautiful toxic 2-way 3-point playmaker. Let me know if you guys have made my build. Let me know if you made my build on current gen. Also, if you want a dribble tutorial, the link to my dribble tutorial and my best dribble moves are in the description. So is my jump shot and my 2-way playmaker for current gen. I love you guys so much. Drop a like on the video if you're wearing socks, or if you're not wearing socks, just drop a like on the video. Also follow me on Twitter at Hank the Tank and Twitch, twitch.tv/Hanky, where I live stream every single day. The links are in the description. Also follow me on Instagram at Hank the Tank YT. I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting me. We're about to hit this 1 mil, and I will see you guys tomorrow.